Hello everyone. We're going to talk about two different ways we can put fillets on a part. One is a feature-based fillet. The other one is a sketch-based fillet. So we're going to go in here, we're going to start a new revolved item. New part. Okay. I'm going to go from the right plane. I'm going to click this normal 2 button. That'll bring my plane up to my eyesight 90 degrees, and then I'm going to draw a line, lock it to the center, sketch it out. I'll make a couple of different steps here. And there's our sketch. I'm going to say OK. And now I'm going to go to Features tab. I'm going to do a Revolve boss. I don't want this line 8. See how it's lightly blue highlight? It means it's spinning around that axis point. So I'm going to change that. Click in this box, axis of revolution, and then I'm going to select this one. Now it rotates around that axis. Okay, there is a part. Now, the difference between a sketched fillet and a feature-based fillet is the way we make them. Like right now, if I wanted to put a fillet on this edge or in this corner, I could do it by a feature base. But I'm first going to show you the sketch base. So I'm going to go back to my sketch. I'm going to go to this arrow over here. I'm going to left click on it. And then I'm going to right click on my sketch and then click edit sketch with my left mouse key. So that brings us back to the original sketch. I'm going to now right click on this sketch and do normal to, and then I'm going to go up here to this icon right up here, sketch fillet, click on that. And I'm going to just do this edge. I'm just clicking on the vertice. And I can change the diameter or radius right over here to, right now it's at 0.1. I'll go to 0.3. See how it changes both of them? They are locked together. So as we, if you wanted 2 different radiuses on each, then I would have done 2 separate. I could show you that. I'm going to close out of this. So I'm not going to put that fillet on there. Go back up to the fillet icon. I'm going to click this one. I'm going to leave that at 300 thousandths radius. I'm going to click OK. And we have a dimension. I'm just going to go ahead and say OK to this too. So now we have a dimension. We can change this dimension as we want, just like any other dimension that you would change. So now I'm going to go back up here to sketch fillet, and now I'm going to make this a different size. I'm only going to make that 100 thou. And I clicked OK, and now we have 2 separate. Got to click out of here, close this sketch dialog box. Then I can drag this leader where I want it to with the left mouse key. You just grab a hold of it, click with your left mouse key, and drag it around where you want it. So now if we rebuild this part, it will have these radiuses on the part. This is what's called a sketch fillet. Okay, I'll just show you that quick by hitting the rebuild or Control B for the hotkeys. And we have a fillet on there. A feature-based fillet is obviously under the Features tab, and you look for the fillet right here. Click on that, and now it's asking you what items to fillet. Again, if I click this edge and this edge, they'll be the same fillet, the same size. So I'm just going to click this one here, And it says 100 thou. Where's my preview? I'm going to do a full preview. See where my mouse is? It says no previews down here is highlighted. I'm going to click on full preview, and that should show me kind of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to say OK to that, and that's one featured fillet. Now, as you can see in the feature manager, or the feature tree, you actually have a feature called Fillet 1. And if I want to modify that, I would right-click on it, and I would edit that feature, and I would change that dimension to 0.150, or whatever I choose it to be. So there we have a feature-based fillet. This is a sketch-based fillet. I would say that when you're doing a Revolve part like this, feature-based or a sketch fillets are probably more appropriate. If we were going to do a block, let's say, I'll just go on the top plane. I'm going to sketch a square, and then I'm going to go to features. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to say that it is 2 inches deep. On this one, it's pretty hard to do a sketch fillet unless you do in these corners here, because now you could actually go back to this sketch. I'm going to show it. You can see that sketch down below that we built off of. You could do a sketch fillet on that sketch, and you could have fillets on these edges, but there's really no way to do a sketch fillet up on these corners here. So that's where the feature-based fillet comes in. Now let's turn that sketch back off. I can just hover over, like turn it orange like this, right-click on it, and I can go right up here to hide, and I can do it to toggle it either way. But you can't see it in this mode. You'd have to go over here to this sketch here and right-click to show it. So in this case, we're going to do a feature-based fillet again. So it's under the Features tab. We're going to click on Fillet. Now I'm going to pick up these edges. Those are all going to be the same size. Again, I can change that out to 0.3 and make a bigger fillet. So that's one way of making a fillet on like a box, or not like a Revolve part like this. One of the things we ran into when we were building our part here the other day is that we didn't want this fillet on here because of the way we made the back part of, there was interference with that fillet. So we had to go back into the sketch, which is this Revolve feature. If you left click on one, it'll highlight what feature that is. I'm going to click this little arrow key, and then I'm going to edit this sketch. I right click on that sketch, and then I left click on edit sketch, and it reverts back to that sketch. And I'm going to right click on this sketch again and go normal 2 to bring it up there. So let's say we want to get rid of this arc. You just highlight it like that, and then you hit the delete key. Well, you can right click and do delete, or you can hit the delete key on the keyboard. It's going to give you somewhat of an error because there's a dimension to it, and you're just going to say yes to it, and it's gone. But if I try to rebuild this, this is what's called an open sketch. Open sketches, it'll give me an error if I try to rebuild it. Show problems using a sketch. Let's try to rebuild it anyways. Let's continue ignore. So it can't do an open sketch. So now you got all these red things going on. So go back into right clicking on that sketch, and then we're going to edit that sketch. Again, I'm going to go over here, right click on it. I'm going to say normal 2. And what I can do is I can just drag, I can grab the end point of this line, drag it up until it, see the dotted line? That'll snap that it's horizontal to the line incoming. Then I let go of the the left mouse key and I come over here and drag this endpoint, and then I make those two coincidental, which now it shades in and it shows me that we have a closed entity, closed sketch. As you can see, some of these lines are blue and some are black. The black ones mean that those are fixed, they cannot be moved. But all these blue ones are not fully defined because we have no dimensions on them. And they can move any way we want. I can drag this one up or down. I can drag this line over, and how I'm doing that is I'm hovering over it like that, and then I'm left clicking on it, and I drag it back and forth. Same with this, and I can do the same with this. And even the length here, I can go whatever I want. So again, these are sketch fillets, and the other ones are feature-based fillets. I'm just going to go ahead and do rebuild. Now we don't have any fillet on that corner anymore. And this works exactly the same on an inside corner also. If I want to do a feature base, I click on the Features tab, and then I click Fillet, and then I would click this. See how it goes orange like that? I just hover over. Once it goes orange, I click on it, and it puts in whatever 300,000 radius fillet in there. I'm going to say OK to that. And if I want to modify that, I have to modify the feature versus the sketch, because if you see the sketch, I'm going to show the sketch on this. So basically I just hover over it, and then I right click on it, and I go show. As you can see, the sketch is squared corner 90 degrees, but we still have a fillet here because of the feature. And if you just click on that feature, if you don't know which one it is in the feature tree, you just click on it, it highlights, and then it highlights which feature is creating that fillet. Again, I'm going to go ahead over here to sketch 1. That's my Revolve sketch. I'm going to right click and I'm going to hide that now. And that's basically all there is about the difference between a sketch fillet and a featured base fillet. And remember, this is our feature tree over here. Each one of these is a feature built off of a sketch, and the sketch is one layer down or one level down by clicking on this arrow, left click. Then it shows what sketch built this feature. I hope this helps. I will keep videos coming. I will end right now. Thank you.